I am 26 years old and I have $65,000 in credit card debt. I lost my job and I was unemployed for about 7 or 8 months, so I wasn't able to find work, and I was living off of credit cards for all of my expenses.
There's a lot of people out there that are just surviving on their credit cards and just trying to make ends meet.
I have been financially not doing great.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you've had to put groceries on a credit card, you are not alone.
So I am in $20,000 worth of credit card debt, and I'm only 22.
I'm 31, I'm single, I live alone, and I have $29,445 in credit card debt.
I owe $30,000 worth of credit card debt at 24 years old.
I have $40,000 in credit card debt.
We did it to stay afloat. We did it for groceries. We did it for my son's therapies. We did it for doctor's appointments. My husband just got paid today, and that paycheck is gone. We have maybe $20 in our account because it had to go to bills and credit card debt.
Welcome to Real Talk, a channel dedicated to capturing the raw, unfiltered perspectives from everyday people. No commentary, no interruptions, just real people sharing their frustrations and opinion about the economy. My goal is simple: provide a space where you can hear authentic rants, opinions, and stories from all walks of life. So make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of the video.
About a year ago, I was in 10 grand credit card debt. I had maybe a 570 credit score. I had collection agencies that were after me. I just wasn't in a good financial place, and I didn't want to accept responsibility that it was my fault that I was in this place. I lived under the belief that I would just someday marry a rich man and he would be good at finances, and then at that point I didn't have to worry about it anymore. It just would become his responsibility. Well, that didn't happen. What happened instead was I decided to start taking care of myself in every aspect of my life, but finances was a big one. And so now I'm in an abundance place where I have no credit card debt. I have like a 750 credit score maybe. I haven't checked in a little bit. I have enough money saved up that I get to buy a house this year if I would like to. And what that's done for my confidence in my dating is literally wild.
I have $40,000 in credit card debt. 40. So let's talk about it. First of all, that is a statement that I thought I would be taking to my grave. I never thought I would tell another soul. And in fact, until today, I have never told another soul about my struggles with credit card debt, because this is not the beginning.
The reason these posts go viral is because someone is brave enough to say, hey, I'm struggling. Let me show you what I'm doing to make a difference in my own life. And people are looking at that going, oh my gosh, me too. Read through the comments. People are like, I'm going through the same thing. And it just frustrates me because I wonder if people were willing to talk about it in the first place and ask questions and ask for help and seek guidance, would we be in this place in the first place? If there was a place where you could get some help. And that's why I built Habit Money. It's great for people who are in this position, who are trying to get themselves out, because there are coaches there who can talk you through this and help you hold yourself accountable and build a plan that works for you. But it's also really great if you're just starting out and you're overwhelmed and you need some help, like building the muscle. Like, wouldn't it be better to take a vitamin every day in the beginning of your career than having to take a pain pill if you're in credit card debt? Either way, we're here to help you. And the big thing we want to solve is creating a space where you can be honest with yourself, and in a non-judgmental space where we can actually help you make progress.
How do some of y'all have $27,000 in credit card debt?
I am 26 years old and I have $65,000 in credit card debt. Wasn't always like that though. I actually started out having really good credit, in like the upper 700s, lower 800s, until about the time when the pandemic hit and COVID. And I had moved to Texas, I lost my job, and I was unemployed for about 7 or 8 months, so I wasn't able to find work, and I was living off of credit cards for all of my expenses, for rent and for everything. It was a really rough time in my life. Eventually, I did get a job. I actually started a business. I had a company doing short-term rentals, and was doing very well, and then my business partner and me had a falling out, and we ended up cutting the business, not doing it anymore. And so I had a lot of bills, a lot of expenses still, and it was difficult, like, getting out of that, making a certain level of money and having all of these bills and stuff, and then all of a sudden down to like almost nothing because the job that I had wasn't making anything. And so I used a lot of credit cards, and it just kind of kept accumulating over the years, and then all of a sudden, boom, like, I'm here. I don't know, it honestly, the money goes like really fast without even thinking about it, you know. So now I'm in this situation, but all is well. I am figuring it out, and I'm gonna be fine. I have a new job lined up, and I should be getting out of this hellhole that I've dug myself. My credit's like awful now. It's like in the 400s, but it's whatever. I'll get back up there. Even though the economy like sucks right now, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's kind of how it happens. I think with a lot of people, I think it just kind of spirals out of control. Usually caused by like either a medical emergency or like, unemployment or something like that. But usually it only happens to people that have really good credit to start out with and have a lot of access to credit and credit cards. And that's really dangerous. Stay away from credit cards. Even though you think you're good with money and everything, and you have excellent credit and you pay them off every month and stuff, whenever there is an emergency like that, yes, it helped in the moment, but it wasn't worth it to put me in this position all of these years later, and now I'm having to deal with it. So yeah.
I'm 31, I'm single, I live alone, and I have $29,445 in credit card debt. I've honestly never said that aloud before, and I'd be lying if I didn't think it was a little embarrassing and also really shameful. 2 credit cards, one with Capital One, one with Bank of America. Capital One has the lower balance, so my goal is to make an additional $200 payment a month to Capital One, and then snowball that with the Bank of America one. If all goes to plan and I continue making the additional $200 payments a month, I can have both credit cards paid off by December 2027. I know that's almost 3 years away, and who knows, maybe I will pick up some extra income or figure out a way to pay more towards my debt, but as of right now, $200 is what I can afford. I'm going to pay off this debt by 2027, no ifs, ands, or buts. Been carrying this debt around, and it's honestly been a huge toll. Barely making the minimum payments, but enough is enough. I need to get this under control. It's honestly consuming my life. No one but to blame but me, but I'm ready to pay this off and be debt-free, well, with credit cards.
Do you want to know what's more cringy than making little videos on the internet? Credit card debt. Well over 5 figures of credit card debt. My husband just got paid today, and that paycheck is gone. We have maybe $20 in our account because it had to go to bills and credit card debt. It's frustrating, it's embarrassing to admit, because it's like we didn't spend it on fun things. Like, we don't have things to show for it. We did it to stay afloat. We did it for groceries. We did it for my son's therapies. We did it for doctor's appointments. And I shoulder the burden because I don't want to worry my husband more. He has so much more on his plate. He doesn't need to worry. I just need to make it happen. And I know there's always people like, oh, go get a job. I take care of a disabled kid full time. Like, I can't just go get a job. What people want to work with my schedule? So I make silly little videos, and I hope that one day 18-cent commission turns into 1800 commission, because I see that so much. It feels like every other video I see, which could just be my algorithm. I don't know. It's more embarrassing for me to have my card decline at the store because our money's gone from paying down just the minimums of our debt than it is to post a video. That sucks. So if you're there, I'm with you. It sucks. It's embarrassing. It sucks.
My heart is beating 1,000,000 miles per hour, and I'm shaking because I'm about to share with the world how much debt I am in. So get ready. Before I tell you the total amount, I want to preface this by saying I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm really not even looking for advice. I'm not looking for your opinions. There's nothing that you can say to me that I haven't already said to myself. This is 13 years worth of really bad financial decisions, being irresponsible, really bad mental health episodes. There's no excuse for it. I've been praying, and I've been asking God to lift this off of my shoulders and to help me find a way to take care of this and to get ourselves out of debt so that I can stop saying things to my kids like, we can't afford that. This debt is spread out over 11 credit cards. This is just credit card debt. We have payments on these credit cards ranging from $30 all the way up to $620, which is why we are barely making it paycheck to paycheck, because all of our money is going to credit card payments. Like, I'm going to throw up. I'm ready to share my truth. I'm ready to share my story, to figure this out. Whether it takes a year or 10 years to get it paid off, I'm gonna take you guys through all of it, through the ups and the downs, hard times, the good times, and the amount of credit card debt that I am in. $88,811. Okay, I'm going to go throw up and probably not show my face on this app for the rest of the day, because I can't believe I'm admitting this to the world.
I have been financially not doing great. I am a nurse. Even though I am a nurse and I make good money, I don't have money, which is the sad part because of the choices that I've made still currently, and the choices that I've made like previously, like from a couple of years. I am in credit card debt, and it's this unhealthy cycle that I have been putting myself into, and this just relationship with money has just never been something that I was talked about. Lifestyle creep is definitely a thing, and especially when you are trying to make a brand for yourself, when you're aspiring to do something that you want to do. And content creation has been something that I've always wanted to do. Being a YouTuber has always been something I want to do. I've always just wanted to be on camera. I've always just wanted to make a name for myself, whether it be like through content creation, being a YouTuber, being an entrepreneur, like whatever it may be. I always felt like I was meant to do something other than nursing. And so I think for years I have been continuously like, you know, going with the trends and like, you know, buying whatever everyone else buys so that like I can post about it and like, you know, be seen. But then I get caught up with imposter syndrome of not being enough. In order for me to become someone, I guess I was influenced by everyone else around me. So if I bought the next best thing, or if I like looked a certain way by buying these clothes, then I was gonna make an image, a brand for myself. And that turned into like so many like dumb purchases like along the way that I'm like literally paying for now. And don't get me wrong, I have been trying to get myself together when it comes to my finances, because obviously like I have money to pay my bills, I have money to like pay down the minimums on my credit cards, but a lot of the times I don't take into account like, money like for myself and money to, you know, just enjoy life. And most of the time like I'm struggling to even do that. So I think I've reached my breaking point. Enough is enough. Like living paycheck to paycheck, living with like the credit card debt and like the afterpays and everything, like I'm done. Like I'm so done. I want to be financially free. Like I don't want to have to worry about like, you know, if I'm gonna be able to eat. I just don't want to be in this cycle anymore, because it's like I want to travel, I want to buy a house, I want to get married, like all of these things. Like it's just like it's not possible until I take this step of paying off my debt. And not just paying off my debt, but like being financially literate and just understanding you can't always have your wants. You have to prioritize like your needs. And sometimes like I rationalize like my needs, my wants, to make them seem like they're needs. And I just need to get out of this toxic like mindset. Like it sucks. And I'm not making this an excuse, but I guess like impulsivity and like shopping addiction is part of ADHD. And sometimes I hate it. Like sometimes I like get mad at myself for having this ADHD, and is the reason why I'm in this situation. But at the same time, it's like, I need to remember, what can I do now to just like get myself out of this hole? So the reason I'm crying on the internet is to show people that, like, seriously, like, do not, like, I understand that, you know, I'm trying to be an influencer, I'm trying to be a content creator, and that goes with like promoting products, but like literally live within your means and only buy like if you have the money for it. Stop Klarnaing, stop affirming, stop afterpaying, like stop just swiping the credit card, because like, yeah, it may be fun like in the moment, but literally you will regret it if that stuff like just racks up and it's like years down the line and you're still paying for that purse that you bought like 4 years ago. Life is too freaking short for us to be paying money on stuff that we bought like a couple years ago. Life is too short for us to be paying for materialistic things. Instead, we should be paying for experiences, for like adventures and whatever it may be, like for new life like chapters. And I don't know, buying the next best thing is not worth your mental health. Buying the next best thing is not worth the emotional and financial burden that you're going to experience if you can't pay it off right away. If you're watching this and you are also in the same boat, like, you are not alone. This stuff is hard to navigate, and not a lot of people like talk about the realness about being in credit card debt or like even student loans. Like, I don't even want to think about like the student loans that I have and like my car loan. Like, that's another thing in itself. But if you're watching this all the way through, the one thing that I can say is that if you're going into 2025 with debt, specifically credit card debt, please make a plan to like get out of it, because I know I am, because I can't do it anymore. It's not cute anymore to just put it on the credit card or like I'll do some installment payments. It's not cute anymore. You're gonna continue these habits, and it's gonna take you so much longer to, one, pay for it, but two, unlearn those habits of impulse spending.
I was 40 grand in credit card debt a year ago today, and they just paid it off all today. So thank you guys all for paying off my credit cards, because you supported what I wanted to do. I've been making content for like 5 years, and I financed my life on credit cards for a lot of those years because, you know, I still wanted to take those trips to Italy. You only have one life. And live in New York City. It wasn't great. You know, serving paid the bills but didn't pay the lifestyle. And yeah, I got into a lot of credit card debt trying to make this happen and figuring it out, and I just paid it all off, and I just wanted to say thank you, because it is because of all of you. It's also my 3 months with Tom and my 3 months of like full clean sobriety. So yeah, it's a good day for me. I hope it's a good day for all of you. I love you. Seriously, thank you. It like makes me emotional. I never thought I wouldn't have that weight of owing so much money to my corporate overlords. Oh my god. So thank you. I love you so much. And I will keep continuing to create things that make you laugh and work really hard and write a lot and give this my all, because I appreciate it so much. Like, seriously, a lot. I really do. Thank you.
I owe $30,000 worth of credit card debt at 24 years old. And this is my credit card debt breakdown. I currently have 5 different credit card accounts that I need to pay off. The first one, which is the least amount of debt that I owe, would be my Freedom Unlimited card, in which I owe $1,649.99. My Capital One card, I owe $4,388.83. On my Best Buy account, I owe $6,210. On my Chase credit card, I owe $6,856. Last but not least, Discover. This is the one that I owe the most on, and it is $10,952. That brings me to a total of $30,057.68. I've looked into filing for bankruptcy, but I don't think that that's the best route for me at this time. I think that I won't qualify for Chapter 7, and I also don't think that Chapter 13 would be the best option either. There's no other option for me other than just finding other ways to make money and paying this off as soon as possible. I'm turning 25 soon, and my goal is to become debt-free and just be more smart with my money. Honestly, just never get myself back into this position.
So I am in $20,000 worth of credit card debt, and I'm only 22, and I'm kind of screwed because the reason that I put myself into $20,000 worth of debt was for Airbnb arbitrage. Now the crazy part is I actually made over $20,000 just last month. That is November, and basically paid off my entire credit card bill. Now here's the thing, a bunch of people will tell you that credit cards are bad, buying courses are bad, investing in yourself is bad. And whenever I tell them that, I always show them the amount of debt that I was in. I started this business a year and a half ago when I was a little over 19. And I show them how as long as you do market research, you can pay it off. Now for me, I decided to go on the Airbnb arbitrage route. I put all of my expenses on a business credit card, and as you can see, it paid itself off. I am now at 6 Airbnbs that cash flow me at least 1 to 1.5K every month per property. So on a slow month, I'll literally make 6K easy. And at the peak, I'm making upwards of $18,000, $20,000, $24,000. So do what you will with that information. I am also having a completely free class where I'm breaking everything down on December 19th. Link is in my bio. If you want to join, join. If you don't, don't. Peace.
If you have a massive amount of credit card debt or just any type of credit card debt that you are wanting to start getting paid down, you might want to listen to this because I have a few things that I think is important to say. If you're new to my page, hi, my name is Tiffany, and my husband and I are on a journey to pay off over $55,000 worth of credit card debt that he knew nothing about until recently. So we sat down, I told him in February that we were in over $55,000 worth of credit card debt, and it was at that moment that we made a plan to start getting it knocked out. Now, since February, we have been able to pay off a little over $25,000 of that debt. And one of the main ways we were able to do that is we sold his truck, and that gave us $19,000 to be able to put towards debt. What I wanted to say though is my credit card debt, there was no excuse for it, but I know that there is a lot of people out there that are just surviving on their credit cards and just trying to make ends meet. And I just want you to know that, you know, we see you. You are not alone. If you're struggling with credit card debt and you want to try to figure out a way to get out of it, I actually created a freebie, a workbook, and you can head to the link in my bio and you can download it. And, you know, it's just simple steps to start budgeting and getting your budget in line. And it's a helpful tool. It's helped us tremendously. But I just want you to know again that you're not alone. And I think it's so unfair that people judge other people when they have, you know, debt. If you don't mind, and if you want to share, feel free to share in the comments how much debt you're actually struggling with. Like I said, our debt is a little over, now it's a little over $30,000 that we are working on getting paid off, and that's just our credit card debt. I also have a student loan that's actually in deferment right now, and it'll come out of deferment in October. And then we have a vehicle that we pay on, and our goal is to purchase a home hopefully by the middle of next year. So thank you for listening. I hope you listen to the end of this video because all of that counts. I am trying to get to 10,000 followers so I can hopefully get into the content creator program, because I would love to monetize my content to be able to help pay off this debt that I accrued all by myself. And if you haven't already, smash that follow button. Have a great day.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you've had to put groceries on a credit card, you are not alone. I've done it. I've stood in a line praying that my card won't decline as I'm trying to buy milk, snacks, and diapers. I used to feel so much shame around it. Like, how did I let life get this bad? But honestly, life got expensive and I was just trying to survive. Rent, bills, kids, gas. It all adds up so fast. And sometimes it adds up faster than your paycheck can keep up. What I've learned is that having to use a credit card sometimes doesn't necessarily mean you're irresponsible. It means that you're human. Staying stuck in that cycle, that's where we have to learn to draw the line. I am far from being where I want to be, but I'm doing something about it. I'm learning how to make money online, how to shift my mindset, and how to believe that I am worthy of more. If that's where you are too, then stick around because we're in this together.